I popped up into the tournament office. I had 30 seconds between games. So what is Big Baston? And I will bow to Elio Pascuzzo's expertise. He said in Italian deck of cards, the Baston is like the ace, the most powerful card. He said, but it also has another meaning that if you have the Big Baston, you have power, you have strength, you have what it takes. So the Big Baston from Toronto taking on the Winnipeg players. Jordan Inglis back to get it. Winnipeg, by the way, in the white and blue. The Big Baston in the green and black. Desjardins. Got it up ahead to Renee Hunter. They get it in over the blue line. Now Stevens from way out just dumped it in. The Baston quickly up ahead. Good pass. Smith was looking for O'Donoghue. Just missed him. Winnipeg a little slow to move it. And now they turn it over. Inglis. Down to O'Donoghue. Number 67 for the Big Baston. Comes to the front of the goal. And Adil Patel went flying over the top of the goaltender. Cameron Scott. Face-off will be to the right of Scott. Played in behind the goal. Chrissy Morrison Jr. has been playing ball hockey seemingly forever. He's out there, number 99 for the Big Baston. Shot scores! Josh Timchuk. Looked to be from well outside, but beats goaltender. I believe that's Marcus Roche in goal. We'll double check it. One to nothing for Winnipeg. Early in this one. Goal comes just shy of the 4-minute mark. That'll be a flooring call against the Big Baston. Face off down to our left. Taken back behind the goal by Jason Toth. Ball comes back to Toth. Up at the blue line, good pass. Ball goes up in the air. Taken by Winnipeg. That was not touched by anybody, so it'll be a flooring call against Winnipeg. De Persis got it into Roche. Ball comes off the end boards and is held. A bit of a stuttering start to this one as well. Face off in the Winnipeg end. Brent Bogdan in to take it for Big Bastone. Control though by Winnipeg. Morneau to Hunter. Hunter gets the return pass. Up ahead. Miles Stevens can't get to it. It's poked off the boards. And folks have to take a quick break. Be right back. Carry on. And just as we get back, Big Bastone score. They've tied it up. Just in time to get the replay of this right from the face-off. We've seen this a few times today. Clean face-off win. A big clapper back of the goal. And we're tied at 1. All swung over to the far side. Battle ensues there for it. Toussaint came up with it, cleared it down the floor, and that'll be a flooring call against Winnipeg. Winnipeg was the host city for last year's men's and women's A and the Masters competitions. That event will be held in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador this year. In August, backhand over the top of the goal. We'll have a webcast of those games. Chrissy Morrison Jr. down into the corner. Shot deflects up and out of play. Next week, it'll be the Canadian Juniors, male and female, with different age groups. And that'll be happening in Coquitlam, British Columbia. And again, we'll have the webcast of those games for you as well. Chrissy Morrison. Patel, long shot kicked away. Goaltender down, swimming around, back out in front, has lost his stick, made the save. Penalty coming up to the Big Bastone. Delayed penalty in effect right now. Shot comes in wide of the goal. It's touched up by Morrison Jr. High sticking will be the call. Stefan Brum gone to the penalty box, number 93 for the Big Bash Stone. Face-off won by the Bash Stone and send it down the floor. Scott out to play it. Off the boards. Got it to Dusson. Desjarlis. And Winnipeg clear it in. Marcus Roche, goaltender for the Big Bash Stone. They move it around. Stevens will get the return pass. He'll shoot it. Blocked. Scramble in front of the goal. Cleared away from the front of the goal over to the boards. Battle ensues there. Timchuk out in front. Shot. Save made by Roche. He'll cover it up, and then we get some pushing and shoving and some face washing. Officials in between the players quickly. It looks like the referee is heading to the penalty box. He's decided to penalize at least one player, I think possibly two, both for roughing. Right now, just one player going to the penalty box, that for Winnipeg. Wayne Duciome pleading his case. You seldom win, so it's just the one penalty. The referee picks out one guilty party. A little delay as the Winnipeg goaltender has to make some adjustments to his equipment. Had a strap loose. So that'll even things up. It was a power play for Winnipeg. Right now, 3 minutes to go in the penalty. The high sticking one to the Big Bash Stone. Minute 50 to go in the roughing penalty to Winnipeg. Short side, somehow that got in. Even strength goal. And makes it 2-1. With 11:22 to go here in the first period. Smith in over the blue line. Threw it towards the front of the goal. Reaching for it was TJ Stovall. It's turned back. 2-on-1 here for the Big Bash Stone. Pass across. They'll run it around and they score. Give and go. Get it back again. The goal. 2 goals in quick succession. Both 4-on-4. And it is now 3-1. And a timeout has been called by Winnipeg. Not too surprisingly. Not 100% sure which is the goaltender in for Winnipeg, to be honest. They have two goaltenders, Cameron Scott. Actually, it's Scott Cameron. Or Kevin Blondeau. Both listed as number 31. Number 31's in. I saw it as Cameron Scott simply because my son's name is Cameron Scott. But his name is Scott Cameron. So I apologize if I switched those names around earlier, which I know I did. Chrissy Morrison Jr. Pass across, swing and a miss. Back at the point, still 4-on-4. Morrison down into the corner. Players all wrapped up in one another over there. Finally it comes loose. Big Bashtone on it first. Throw it down into the corner, hops over the stick of Morrison. Urowski gets it up along the boards for Winnipeg, but can't get it out. It's still in along the boards. Another 20 seconds to go in the penalty to Winnipeg. Then they'll have a brief power play. Taking it back into his own end. Sophia. Dayton Sophia. Here on the near side, it'll be dumped in by DeMont. So now Winnipeg on the power play for 1 minute. Long shot by Duciome. Just missed. Zajarlis. They try and get the pass over to Hunter. Ball bounced up on him and then goes out of play. 35 seconds left to go in the Winnipeg power play. They trail it 3-1. Big Bashtone with a loss and a tie in their opening two games. This is their third game of the tournament. For Winnipeg, also this is their third game, slightly better record. They've got a win and a tie. So far, Big Bashtone doing well in this one, up by 2. Shot on goal. Played into the corner. Penalty was called against Winnipeg on that last sequence. While I was checking the standings. 4-minute variety, so we're back to 4-on-4. So much for the Winnipeg power play. Wrap around. This one doesn't go in. Nets become dislodged. Penalty to the Big Bashtone is over. So now they are on the power play for another 3 minutes, 25 seconds. And behind the goal, they set up. Back at the point. O'Donoghue. Back to Sophia. Doesn't shoot it. Top of the circle. Down low. Trying to go through the crease. Came back out. Smith. Down into the corner. Back to Smith. Doesn't shoot it. Lots of patience. Sophia. This time Smith will shoot it. It missed, came off the end boards, kept in by Smith. Good play back at the blue line. Smith moving in. Players down and hurt in front of the Winnipeg goaltender. One of the players from the Big Bastone. Back up, seems to be okay. It was number 41, Jason Toth. Still 7:55 to go. First period. Penalty's been called against the Big Bastone. They had the player injured, but they also get the penalty. So, series of penalties here. Well, both players will go. Earl Desjarlais going for Winnipeg. So, offsetting penalties on that play. Still 2:35 left to go in the power play for the Big Bastone. And the initial Winnipeg penalty. And why not? After all that conversation, let's have a timeout. All right, timeout is over. The extra penalty has gone up to Winnipeg after all that. Looking at the penalty clock, 2:35 left to go in the initial penalty, not offsetting penalties, an extra penalty to Winnipeg. So it is a 5-on-3 power play for the Big Bastone. They win the faceoff and clear it down the floor. So great opportunity here for the Big Bastone out of Toronto to open things up. They already lead at 3-1. Now have a 5-on-3 power play. The ball goes up into the players' bench. Face-off will stay in the Winnipeg end of the floor. Face-off won by the Big Bastone. Patel to Lowry, back to Patel, back to Lowry, down low along the goal line. Shot from a very sharp angle. Save was made. Patel. Ball hops over the stick of Chrissy Morrison Jr. Fed in front and cleared the length of the floor by Winnipeg. Lowry brought it in. Whistle is gone. Offside. Brought in over the blue line. Set up. Still 5-on-3. Smith. It goes off the stick, up and out of play. Not much in the way of great scoring chances yet for the Big Bastone with the two-man advantage. Smith. Sophia back to Smith. One-timer. Save is made. Can they keep it in? Smith hustling back, he does. O'Donoghue down into the corner. Stovall back to Smith. A little trouble handling it. Able to maintain possession. O'Donoghue. Sophia. Smith, one-timer. Save is made. Rebound is there. And it's put home. That's number 87, TJ Stovall. And finally they make good on the 5-on-3. To put it home. And now a 3-goal lead for the team out of Toronto over Winnipeg. Still 6:09 left to go here in the first. In our final game of the evening. Discussion over at the penalty box about who can come out, who has to stay in. And the discussion continues. Renee Hunter's gone into the penalty box for Winnipeg to serve the remaining 50 seconds that they've got on the penalty. So it's still 5-on-4 now for the Big Bash Stone. They turn it over to the blue line. Winnipeg brings it out shorthanded. Playing it over to an open wing. Hustling to try and get there. Miles Stevens for Winnipeg. Not in over the blue line yet. They'll dump it over here on the near side. Morrison coming in to get it. Tried to play it off the boards. That was taken away, and it's cleared out and down the floor again by Winnipeg. Just 20 seconds to go now in the 5-on-4 power play. Up at the blue line. That misfired. Missed everybody. And another whistle. And we'll come back down to her left on the flooring call against the Big Bash Stone. Off a stick, up and out of play. Big scrum down along the boards. Finally the ball comes loose. Lowry. Fed it in front. Lowry's on it again. Paul Lowry to the side of the goal. They can't get the shot away. Nets come loose. So the whistle goes. This period taking a long time to play. We try and get through our last game of the day. We need to be back here for a 9 o'clock start tomorrow morning. Big day tomorrow. 8 games yesterday, 8 today. We're going to do 9 tomorrow because, hey, 8's just not enough. I think that was a TV show, wasn't it? 8's enough? 8 is enough? Right from the face-off, a shot from Bogdan went wide. Another penalty coming up. This one to Big Bash Stone. Tripping. So a 9 o'clock start means we're here at the arena around 8, trying and get ready for the day. And then just for fun, we're going to start at 8 o'clock on Sunday because we've got all those medal games to get in, but we will finish a little bit earlier. Only 6 games on Sunday, the medal games. Scheduled to finish up the final game around 3:30. See how it goes. I find medal games that last day often takes a little bit longer with the presentations. They do build some time in for that, but usually seems to take a little longer than you think. There's a shot by Hunter that redirects into the corner. Power play for Winnipeg. Well, that's the schedule. 9 o'clock start tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock start on Sunday. Shot is blocked, bounces around, and is cleared and out and down the floor. Desjardins, 1:10 to go in the power play. That's rejected at the blue line. Hunter brings it in. Down to Timchuk. Timchuk in the corner. Desjardins with a shot. Oh, he's fired a few like that. Today we've seen that. Desjardins has got a rocket from back at the point, and he cuts it to your Garrett Desjardins. 4-2. 3:48 to go. Lots of time left in this one. We got another whistle. Flooring call. 3:41 left to go in the first period. Good battle down along the boards. The ball finally comes loose. Another chance for Winnipeg. Save was made by Roche. They can't get it out, can the Big Bash? No, now they do, but down the floor. Wasn't touched. Yet another flooring call. Out at center comes the ball, picked up there by the Big Bash Stone. They'll bring it in. Stefan Brum. Brum trying to get around the outside of Fedishin. Brum gets a little help from Chrissy Morrison. Morrison gets the return pass, but that's picked off. Flipped out, now racing onto it. Corden Morneau. Morneau, backhand, got in a little deep, couldn't get away a great shot. Good speed. Got to the ball first. Over on the other side, we've got a cross-check's been thrown. Player from the Big Bash Stone was complaining he was interfered with. Turned to the Winnipeg player. They faced off, and he just put a cross-check right in the stomach. Winnipeg player went down easily, let's say, but it was pretty good cross-check. Number 94, not on my list, gone to the penalty box. Complaining about the initial hit that he took that was missed if it happened. He claims it did. a little bit behind the play. Couldn't see it from here. But he immediately reacted, turned to the Winnipeg player. They faced off and had a couple of words, and then the cross-check came. 4 minutes. Get caught with the retaliation most of the time. Ball gets out over center. Go down along the boards. The players get their sticks up. Now it's going to be a penalty to Winnipeg. Contact to the head, and it's getting a little bit rough out there. Just a little. As we get late in the night, 9:44 here in Montreal. Tempers flare a little bit in this 4-2 game. Wayne Duciome gone to the penalty box for Winnipeg. So now 4-on-4 until we get another penalty or a goal. 1:56 to go in the period. 3:43 left to go in the Big Bash Dome penalty. 4 minutes for the Winnipeg one. So 4-on-4. That's kept onside. Shot in right on goal. Timchuk with it for Winnipeg. Timchuk up ahead. Morneau. Muswagon. Muswagon turns, tried to play it in. That was taken away. Sophia. He'll get the return pass. High slot. Doesn't shoot it. Back at the point. Sophia steps in, shoots it, blocked. Has to retreat back to center, holds it in. Quickly across. O'Donoghue back to Sophia. Rob Masseau with it for Winnipeg. Can't get it out. Kept in by Sophia. It is 4-on-4. Under a minute to go now here in the first period. De Palma back at the point on the near side. The shot came from the other side by Smith. Didn't get through, but Big Bash Dome on it. This is De Palma. Shot goes wide. Smith in front of the goal. Tried to pull it out between the feet and get the shot away. Goes by everybody. Now a race is on. Muswagon trying to get to it. They've waved off the flooring. Muswagon down into the corner for Winnipeg. Back at the point. Hard shot by Morneau. Save made by Roche. Errant pass by Sophia. Jeff Smith was in behind everybody. The pass was on the stick. Hit a shot at a breakaway. Instead, it's going to be a flooring call against the Big Bash Dome with 6.9 seconds to go in the period. That'll do it. First period's done. Took a long time to play that 18 minutes. It's 6 goals and numerous penalties. So we are going to take a quick break. We'll be back with period number 2 between the Winnipeg players and the Big Bash Dome.
Hi. I hope you're enjoying this live stream. Would you like to webcast your next event? Want to reach a larger audience, maybe even global? Let 360 Live show the world your story. Send us an email to hello@360.live for more details. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow us on these social media sites.
The Canadian Ball Hockey Association, the CBHA, is the official governing body for the sport of ball hockey in Canada. We are a full standing member of the International Street Ball Hockey Federation, the ISPHF, and proud partners with Hockey Canada. Our members come from Canadian provinces coast to coast, and we are proud to showcase our players in this national championship tournament. We are underway in the second period in our final game of the day. Big Bash Stone from Toronto leading Winnipeg players by score 4-2. Still 4-on-4 to start this third period. Now that didn't take long. 15 seconds in, we've got a penalty call. Tripping. Jarrett Yaroski of Winnipeg heading to the penalty box. Four-on-three power play for the Big Bash Stone. Face off one, they'll control it. Dayton Sophia. Tried to flip it in front, that's picked off. Desjardins off the boards, down the floor it goes. Quickly, Big Bash Stone bring it back up the floor. Jeff Smith. Smith. They get it in over the blue line. Now they can set up their power play. There's Smith. Smith doesn't shoot it. Top of the circle. This time they'll shoot it. Scores! 5-2. Brody O'Donoghue with the goal. Just 55 seconds into. The Canadian Ball Hockey Association, the CBHA, is the official governing body for the sport of ball hockey in Canada. We are a full standing member of the International Street Ball Hockey Federation, the ISPHF, and proud partners with Hockey Canada. Our members come from Canadian. (5-2). Getting late, I'm almost forgetting which buttons to push. I think fatigue has set in. It's been a long game already. So now, again, a discussion on the penalty about who's got to be in the penalty box. So with the goal, we go back to 4-on-4. See if we can get a minute or two of play without further whistles or penalties. Chance in front. Cleared to the boards. Kept in. Winnipeg play it back as they try and move it out. Stevens along the boards. Again goes back behind his goal with the pass. Long flip pass up the middle taken there by Fedishin. Threw it out in front. Nobody there for Winnipeg. Jason Toth played it up ahead. He had it taken away. Stevens at the blue line. Very brief power play now for the Big Bash Stone. Just 15 seconds with the man advantage. See if they can take advantage. Backhand hit the outside of the goal. Interference call in front of the goal. Big Bash Stone saying interfered with the goaltender. So we didn't get long without another penalty being called. In a lengthy discussion. Not quite sure what number 19, who's not on our roster, said to the official, but he is headed to the dressing room. So he's done for the game. So we've got 15:45 left to go in the second. Four-minute penalty to the Big Bash Stone. Now another penalty's been called. Folks, this one may never end. Well, it's going to be a 4-minute power play for Winnipeg, but then they pick up a tripping penalty. Josh Timchuk. Four-on-four again. Had a lot of that lately. Pass into the feet of Bobby Muswagon. Duciome trying to get away. He gets the shot. Save is made. We get another whistle. We've yet to play 3 minutes here in this second period. Three-goal lead for the Big Bastone over the Winnipeg players. Smith. Into the feet of Paul Lowry. Lowry back. Stepping in. Shot. Save made. That was Matt DePersis for Big Bastone. Patel, shot, save. Held on to, no rebound. Around the boards it comes up here on the near side. Pass taken away. Patel. Bogdan. Diving into the corner. Goes in there with Derek Fedishin. Bogdan working hard along the boards. Kicks it here into the near corner. Fedishin staying with him. Bogdan trying to spin out. Ball comes out. Morneau has it for Winnipeg. Morneau in over the blue line. Stops up. Shoots it from well out. That goes off a leg wide. Pass just a little bit too far for Lowry. He'll pick it up along the boards. Plays it back. Jordan Zachariah back at the point. Number 98. Haven't seen much of him in this game. Jeff Smith along the board. Seen lots of him for the Big Bastone. Good outlet pass. 2-on-1 shaping up here for Winnipeg. Morneau in over the blue line. Morneau fakes it. Drops it back. Shot. Save is made. Rebound is there. Another save. Two big saves. Chase Beach Ducharme was set up in the slot. He was the trailer on the play. Took one shot. It was stopped. Rebound came right back to him. Took another shot. Now he's going to pick up a penalty. Didn't see what the signal was from the referee in terms of what the penalty was. They were offsetting. Penalty also to one of the Big Bastone players. The 4-on-4 had expired. It was a power play for the Big Bastone, and they go back on the power play. Now, a minute 33 to go. They've got a 5-on-4. Well, that's the only penalty showing, but correction. Power play for Winnipeg, and we get more nonsense after the whistles. We try and straighten out all the penalties. It is a penalty currently to the Big Bastone. Power play for Winnipeg, but now the whistle's gone, and there will be other penalties, and we'll try and figure it out again. Another penalty to the Big Bastone. Jordan Inglis. So now it's a 5-on-3 for Winnipeg. Get this straight. Minute 7 to go in the first penalty. 3:46, the second penalty. It's a 4-minute one. Stopped at the blue line, shorthanded. Down 5-on-3. And Jason Toth, he's got it. He's going to rag it a little bit. Toth He'll play a little keep away. He'll play it back into his own end. Back there to pick it up. Now you got to be careful. Don't get too cute back there. Get a chance to move it. They do. Great piece of penalty killing by the Big Bastone, down 5-on-3, and they held the ball for about 30 seconds. And now it's going to be a flooring call against Winnipeg. Not much going right on this 5-on-3. They haven't really had the ball. Just 20 seconds left to go in the initial penalty, 3:01 to go in the second penalty. We've still got 12:05 left to go in the game. Long pass up ahead. Duseum. In over the blue line. He'll try and go chase it. Sophia there. Dayton Sophia stopped at center. Didn't get it out. But back to get it. Patel. First penalty has expired. It's 5-on-4 now. All off the boards. And it'll get past Marty Shorting, who is back at the red line for Winnipeg. Massot for Winnipeg. Still 2:06 to go in their 5-on-4 power play. They'll dump it down into the far corner. On it first, Brent Bogdan for Big Bastone. He'll send it down the floor. Power play anemic for Winnipeg. They almost give up a shorthanded goal as the goaltender and the defenseman got mixed up about how they were going to play that. Cleared down the floor, hustling back. Jordan Zachariah, goaltender, comes out to play it. Hard around the boards by Dominic DePalma, and down the floor it goes again. Got just a minute 30 to go in the power play. They turn it over. Look out, the trailer. Zachariah shoots. Save was made. But again, Big Bastone on the ball. Killing this penalty and having the better of the scoring chances while doing it. Taken by Winnipeg. Now they're in over the blue line. Here's a chance. Duseum getting back to break that up nicely was DePalma. DePalma's got it again. Down it goes. Time running out in this Winnipeg power play. And it hasn't been very good. Offside at the blue line. 31 seconds to go in the power play. Almost at the halfway mark of the period. A couple of times today I mentioned the 10-minute mark being the halfway mark. So used to the 20-minute periods. 18-minute periods we're playing. The shot goes in and up and out of play. Smith reverses it off the boards. Got it to Toth, back to Smith. Offside at the blue line, and they're going to bring that one all the way back as the pass came from deep in Big Bastone territory. 6 seconds to go in the power play, 9:10 to go in the game. It is 10:08 in Montreal. Stevens will take the face-off for Winnipeg. Dayton Sophia. Up ahead, here's a breakaway. Inglis shoots, save made. And Inglis ran into the goaltender quite accidentally, but it's going to be a penalty to Inglis for goaltender interference, no doubt. You see the 2-minute penalty up on the clock. 5-2 the score, 8:53 to go. Now you're up to date, as they say. Winnipeg, nothing on their last power play. See what they can do with this one. First, they've got to get it in over the blue line. They'll just shoot it in. Goaltender Roche comes out to play it. Gets by the Winnipeg player along the boards. Down the floor it goes. Back to get it. Desjardins. Desjardins on outside the blue line. He scored from center in the game today. Or just maybe a foot or two inside. He's got himself a goal in this one as well. Played in. Shot, save made by Roche. That one went wide off the stick. Smith gets to it, clears it down the floor. Under a minute to go in the power play. Garrett Desjardins for Winnipeg. Dumps it into the corner, comes out in front. Big Bash don't get to it first. They'll turn and send it the length of the floor. Bouncing ball right on the goaltender. He elected not to cover it up, even with the Big Bastogne player, Brody O'Donoghue, closing in on him. Roche comes out to play it. Back at the point. Nassau. Shot, save made by Roche. Got the left pad on it. O'Donoghue down into the corner. O'Donoghue shot. Save is made. All the penalties are off the board. We're at 5-on-5. Mosswagon for Winnipeg. Shot from way out by Marty Shorting, didn't get through. Arruda for Big Bastogne, moves it up through center. Pass over to TJ Stovall, right in front and put wide by Arruda. Stovall in front, it's tipped, rattles around in front of the goaltender, cleared away by Winnipeg. Beach Ducharme dumped it in, but from his own side of center, a little bit anxious to make that play. Didn't wait till he got to the red line, so a flooring call. First bit of prolonged action we've had here in the third period. Took a couple of minutes off the clock. 5:57 is what we've got left. Back at the point, Inglis. Around the boards, comes out the other side, beats Deschamps. He tried to hit Shaden Mousseau with the breakaway pass, but it'll go for a flooring call against Winnipeg. .536 to go. .15 past the hour of 10 here in Montreal. Patel put it in off the boards. Came out the other side. Players go to the boards to battle for it. Bogdan trying to knock it loose. He's over there with Beach Ducharme. Bogdan with the ball. Bogdan trying to work it out in front. Does get it out into the blue paint. Then it's cleared away. But not out of the zone. Beach Ducharme off the boards. This one will not be flooring. Back to get it. Adil Patel moves it up quickly. Knocked down at the Winnipeg blue line. Following up on it. Bogdan shoots it in. High off the glass. Stays in play. Goes up in the air behind the Winnipeg goal. Daniel Rochi in front. Goaltender's got it. Player went flying over the top of the goaltender. Both teams will make changes slowly. .444 left to go in this one. We'll start tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Montreal Unknown taking on the Kitchener Twisted Ends Men's D matchup. We'll follow that one with another Men's D, the Oshawa Snipers and the Victoria Ducks. The shot goes out of play. Again, full schedule available on the CBHA website. Games from Bill Durham all on the webcast. A redo of the face-off. Brought out by the Big Bastone. Morrison not likely to shoot it. He loves to pass it. Back of the point shot. Out of play. .358 still to go in this one. 5-2, Big Bastone leading Winnipeg. Penalty was called to Winnipeg, so a 4-minute power play for Big Bastone, already leading it 5-2. Smith Just lofts it down into the corner. Picked up there by Jason Toth. Smith. Brody O'Donoghue. Back to Smith. Down into the corner. Back to Smith. Tried to play it through. That was knocked down easily by Miles Stevens, and he'll clear it the length of the floor. Dayton Sophia up to Smith. Not in over the blue line. Still not. Not sure the ball ever crossed the blue line, but they call it offside. The player was inside when he got the pass. They've gained the offensive zone, so they set up their power play. Right in front, that is picked off. Winnipeg will bring it out. Pass misfires. They don't get it in. It comes out over the red line. Winnipeg with it. Giveaway. Aruda with a chance. Shot taken. Kept in over the far point. Adil Patel down into the corner. Great setup and just put wide by TJ Stovall. Aruda drops it back after gaining the blue line. Patel puts it towards the goal, looking for a deflection, knocked down by Winnipeg, brought out by Beardy. Wayne Duciome doing good work killing this penalty for Winnipeg. They can't get it away from him. Now they do. It's cleared in. Swung around the boards. Urowski up ahead to Duciome. He'll shoot it from center over the top of the goal. Roche just got the tip of the glove on it. As we are now into the final minute of this game. Penalty clock, time clock almost identical, but a second and a half in the difference. So Winnipeg, rest of the game shorthanded, barring other penalties. That's passed back. Sophia. Morrison Jr. back to Sophia. In over the blue line and out again by Mousseau. And I think they're just going to hold it there. Up ahead, Morrison. One last pass. They thought about holding it, but the forechecker went in, and this one comes to an end. 5-2 victory for the big Bastion from Toronto over Winnipeg players. And folks, that's going to do it. It's been a long day. I'll quickly pop up inside the broadcast booth. We're going to try and survive this. That's our cameraman, Jared. He's been here all day, too, working very hard. My name is George Scott. Been very pleased to have you with us today. Frankly, I'm glad the day is over. It's been a long one. It is so warm. That's the problem. The humidity here is tough. Talked about the weather here in Montreal. 41 degrees. Just checked it a few minutes ago. The Humidex still saying 39. It was the Humidex up in the 40s all day today. For the players, it was tough. Saw one of the players have to be taken off on the goaltenders for the Victoria because of heat exhaustion. Told he's going to be okay, which is good news. We're going to call it a night. We're going to see you hopefully back again tomorrow morning. We're going to be on the air at 9 o'clock. We're going to start with some men's D action. 9 games for you tomorrow on our schedule. I'm going to go get something to drink, something, I don't know, something wet. We're done, folks. We will see you again tomorrow. Have yourselves a great night. From Montreal, we wish you bon nuit.